Hey guys and gals, sorry about the technical difficulties here from Grantsville. This new setup is challenging, but we're trying to survive it. So, quick update. We introduced Chapter 1, the criminal justice system. We ran through the learning objectives. We're going to list the goals of the criminal justice system. We'll do that later. Identify different responsibilities. Heavy emphasis on the difference between federal and state. Remember, there's a federal United States Supreme Court and there's a state Utah Supreme Court. Each state has their own court system, very comparable to the feds, and its own constitution. We're going to analyze criminal justice and all the systems. We're going to look at the authority and relationships of the main criminal justice agencies. We discuss some of the higher agencies, FBI, Secret Service, United States Marshals. Explain the criminal justice system. You're going to learn about two models, the wedding cake and the picket fence concepts, as we talk about the process of crime. And we're going to look at the possible causes of racial disparities in criminal justice. Okay, this next slide is kind of where we ended. And I posted some YouTube videos that we played. I know you guys could probably hear them, but you could see them, but you couldn't hear them. So November 2014, a grand jury. What is a grand jury? A grand jury is 6 to 12 members from the community that are called together to review if there's evidence against a wrongful death, evidence to proceed with murder. In this case, you had 9 white jurors and 3 black jurors, and they decided there was not evidence to say that Officer Darren Wilson purposefully or maliciously caused the death of Michael Brown. With the videos, it kind of shows you aftermath, but it really doesn't give you, during that time, what happened is the one video shows Michael Brown robbing a store. And remember, a robbery is anything with force or fear, does not have to have a weapon. And watch the clerk as he tries to stop him if there's any kind of force or fear there. And then, do you agree with the decision? They decided not to. So the officer reports he's driving along and he's heading to the robbery, as with several other officers. There's 2 guys in the middle of the street. He pulls up next to him. He tells the guys, hey guys, get off the street. There's an incident going down. A lot of cops are going to be coming this way. During that time, Mr. Brown reached in the car and punched the officer in the face. The fight was on inside the car. The officer worked to move outside the car. Apparently, sometime during that time, shots were fired. The officer reports he felt like he was going unconscious and had to shoot Mr. Brown to get him off of him. Okay, multiple shots were fired. There was one shot, though, that hit Mr. Brown in the back. And that's what caused a lot of public concern was, wait a minute, if the threat's over, how can you shoot someone in the back if there is no threat? And the officer said that due to a fractured eye orbit and felt like unconscious, he couldn't tell whether he was still facing him or not. And so that's what all the information they had to look at. Do you agree with the decision not to indict Officer Wilson? Do you agree with the process used to determine whether to indict Officer Wilson? Once we get this verbiage and audio working, these are the discussions we're going to have. On Wednesday, we're going to do some tribal creation. You guys are going to create your own tribes and tell me the kinds of rules and laws you would have on your tribe. So that's what we'll be doing on Wednesday. Hopefully our audio works. I was able to get at least the camera, the webcam to work. The problem is you can hear the projector running in the background. So be prepared for that on Wednesday. Make sure your pre-tests are done, and I will get disclosures emailed out this week, and you can get your disclosures turned into your sites. Thanks, guys, gals. Have a great day. We'll see those in law enforcement tomorrow. We'll see you guys back on Wednesday.